times in 3 seconds. Oh my God. Indecision, you know. And so I'm panicking, and I'm like, and there he is. Get the F on the brain! You know, I'm like, oh snap, you know, it's over. And he's like, give me your wallet. Well, I've been going to Mimi's Cafe for 3 years in a row by this point. I got the same thing, chicken thigh wrap. Knew how much I was going to pay, knew how much I was going to tip, so I just always brought in, you know, $13 or whatever it was. And so I had my wallet. So he said, you got 5 seconds. Anyway, it was a big fiasco. And fortunately, like, someone else threw their wallet out, which is a long story to get into it. But he took off. And he took my cell phone too. So he leaves. And I'm like, you know, the cops come. Everyone's like, woo, or whatever. So I'm like, call my cell phone. So I call my cell phone. I was getting like chains of voicemail, like to something like.
I almost got shot. Leave a message. I'll call you back if I'm still alive in 30 minutes.
Yeah, just like don't like my phone got robbed, you know, don't leave me personal information. Well, I call up. Hello. I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy who just stole his phone from. I'd like it back. And he's like, anyway, I talked to him for 30 minutes anyways. It was a weird story. And we had like set up, I told him to give him $1,000 for the phone. Because the phone numbers didn't match. Anyways, it didn't happen, but it was weird. You know, so that happened, you know, 4 days after the thing.
So we all want to know what you were thinking about that week.
Well, yeah, I'm just kidding. No, but I'll tell you, when I was, he put me down on my knees and asked me for the phone. Like, he said I had like 5 seconds to distribute the wallet. And like, I don't know if you guys ever read Dale Carnegie's How to Win Prison Influence
Yes.
People.
Yeah.
Talks about those depth charges that were blowing up when the submarines. It's like he kept saying, "This is death. This is death." He was waiting for one to hit the submarine and kill him. Like that's what I was saying. Like I didn't want to say that. You say, "Well, don't visualize this and that." Well, you got a lot of control over those things. I'm not at that level where I can just, you know, cheat and get a gun in my head. So, you know, like, I'm just like I'm seeing myself face down with blood, with cold blood. And I'm like, this is death. This is death. And I'm thinking about that scripture in Alma chapter 5. You know, if you're to meet God right now, or you're sufficiently prepared, you know. You know, they say that your life flashes before your eyes. Well, I can't say that, but it's amazing how many thoughts that you can distribute. Get out of your mind in a few seconds. I thought hundreds and hundreds of different things in like just a few seconds. It was the weirdest thing, and I could just. It was. I could tell you 100 different lessons I learned. Like to think this is how you die. This is it. And like look at the stats. Like you really got to be 50-50 these days. That kind of stuff. They'll just kill you. They're angry. And you know to think. And then I started weighing the odds. I'm like, well, I'm not. You know, he may not kill me. He may. You know, and this. And you wonder, like, well, I'd be one of those tough people that's like, pull the trigger, you know, or whatever. Or you'd be one of those people that talks like they're tough and like, pull the trigger, you know, or whatever. I've been away with your kids, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, just to see how you'd react. You learn a lot about yourself. It was a...
Dude, I'd have been like, Mommy!
I was just... One thing it did is shut me up. Instead of me talking, I was just like... I didn't have much to say, but... it was an interesting situation. There was this woman that was seeing all this, like 10 feet away, and she started like crying uncontrollably. So I got a gun against my temple, and he keeps like doing this with his gun. And then she's over here, so I'm looking at my peripheral because I don't want to turn this way. And I'm like, shut up. Because he's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And I got this gun against my head, and I'm just all he needs to do is squeeze, you know? And so I'm like, this woman is gonna get killed. And I'm like looking at her with like all the despair I can muster up in my retinas, you know what I mean? And it sucked. But, yeah. It was an intense experience. So, but the good news is they didn't kill me. And, I'll see you at the top.